Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm your host, Jordan Lugo. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Tuesday, September 5th, second show of the day. The Jaguars, they have announced their 2023 team captains. You've got 5 total captains that will be permanent captains throughout the year, a 6th captain that will be named by head coach Doug Peterson every single week. We'll dive into it, right? You've got 2 on offense, 2 on defense, 1 special teams captain. So offensively, no surprises here. Trevor Lawrence and Brandon Sheriff, they were 2 captains for the Jaguars last year. Trevor Lawrence is your quarterback. He is the star of this franchise, of this team. He's the face of the franchise for the Jaguars. He's the quarterback that all of this is centered around, right? All the pieces that they've brought in here to Jacksonville, they're here to support Trevor Lawrence, to help him be his very best. And Trevor has really stepped up as a team leader over the last couple years. He's obviously the catalyst for the offensive success the Jaguars have. He and head coach Doug Peterson, the 2 catalysts for this team. So no surprise to see Trevor Lawrence there. And Brandon Sheriff, he was a team captain last year as well. He is the leader of that offensive line. He brings a real toughness, grit, and work ethic to this football team that wasn't really here prior to his arrival in 2022 along that offensive line. I think that he is a clear leader for this team. And if he's healthy, which he has been so far in 2023, Brandon Sheriff should play again at a Pro Bowl level. Last year was dealing with injuries, nagging injuries throughout the entire campaign. He played through them. He did his best out there, but you could tell he wasn't quite in top form. So Brandon Sheriff, as long as he can stay healthy, will be one of the Jaguars' best total players, all-around players, I should say, and clearly a leader of that offensive line at right guard for the Jaguars. You've also got on the defensive side of the ball, Lugo should come as no surprise. He is the heart and soul of the Jaguars defense, especially he was in 2022 when you got a lot of young guys around him, a lot of moving parts around him. He was able to kind of keep things level, try to get everybody lined up where they were supposed to be. He led the league in tackles for the 2nd straight season. He is an unbelievable defender, a great leader, a great captain. He also showed his leadership by sticking around for minicamp, which veterans were given off this year as well as in 2022, but was able to stick around and just stay with the team, help his linebacker group out during veteran minicamp, which he was given off. I think that, again, just shows his leadership, his commitment, work ethic as well. RobertsonHarris has also been named a team captain for the Jaguars, and I think he's very deserving. A guy that when he got more opportunities last year really stepped up in a big way, and I think you've seen him display leadership in both of the last 2 off seasons under Doug Peterson, under Mike Caldwell as defensive coordinator. I think that he has really come into his own. I think he's bound for the best season of his career in 2023, and I like him as a captain as well. I think defensively, you could have looked at a Tyson Campbell, a Josh Allen, certainly, but I think that RobertsonHarris and Lugo are 2 of the prime candidates for that on defense. And I also think you could have probably looked at Rayshon Jenkins as a potential captain, a guy that's worked very, very hard under this regime and done a lot of good things on the field for the Jaguars. There was a lot of choices to choose from. The most obvious one was clearly Lugo. I think Josh Allen was right up there as well, but RobertsonHarris, a defensive captain. And then you've also got Dewey Wingard, who's your special teams captain. And he's a guy that lays it out all on the line for the Jaguars, whether it's on special teams, whether he's in there as their 3rd safety, whether he's having to come in, in replacement for someone who goes down with an injury on the defensive side of the ball. Dewey Wingard has been able to carve out a career here in Jacksonville as a former undrafted player out of Wyoming, and he just approaches every day the right way. He's a great leader. The energy he brings to the team, to the practice field, to the game field as well. I think this is a good group of captains you have here in Jacksonville. Is it the most star-studded group of captains? Probably not, but that's okay. There's plenty of talent throughout this entire roster, and each of these guys does bring a lot of leadership to the team. So I think a good group of captains you can feel excited about. I think you've got a good group overall in Jacksonville talent-wise this year. I think the offense is definitely poised to be one of the best in the league. I think the defense should show improvement over what they put on the field in 2022, especially early on. But yeah, those are your team captains. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan Lugo. Let me know what you think about these team captains. You can also follow Generation Jaguar at Generation Jag. Hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. You can also comment in the comment section below and check out genjag.com/shop. Pick up some new Duval gear. Y'all have a good one.